Well, the first time they said that I had cancer and I'd have to have a mastectomy, I was sure it was a mistake first. And then it was just a total shock. I was too young to have cancer, too busy to have cancer, too many people needed me, and I just couldn't have it. But then the reality set in, and it was pretty scary. My whole body started to tremble. I've never experienced fear like that before. Just to look at my kids and wonder who's going to get up in the morning and, make their lunch or make sure that they have breakfast, and are they going to have dinner, and what about Christmas, because it's such a special time, and a lot of moms work real hard, and dads too, but I just couldn't imagine them waking up on Christmas morning without me, and I wondered what life was going to hold. I couldn't be angry because I needed God too much. I was reaching up and saying, Lord, the only way I'm going to get through this is with you. I don't want to leave my husband and kids and family and the people that I love so much, but I know that I'm ready. I know that the Lord has a plan, and when He calls me home, I'm going to be real excited to see Him. But for now, I think He has some things to teach me, and I think He also has some work for me to do here. People would come up to me and say, I'm so sorry you have cancer. I'm sorry you have cancer again. And I'd say, I'm not, because I stopped and I prayed and I changed what I wanted to change. And I backed off on some things that I was pushing too hard. And it was a gift because relationships became sweeter. Going outside and listening to the birds and appreciating what God's given us every single day was a gift. And you get to look at things in a whole new light. A lot of cancer patients will say, did you see the sunrise this morning? I mean, we really appreciate every breath. And after chemo, my hands burned and they hurt, and I couldn't open an orange juice container without my 8-year-old opening it for me. And now I look back and I think, God, you've given us all these little things like the ability to touch and move our hands, and our eyes work, and our nose, and being able to hear. I mean, it might sound like a child, but I do. I feel like my eyes have been opened to this gift that God's given us. Well, it came after a prayer, and it was shortly after the first bout with cancer, and I said, Lord, just use me as your vessel. Whatever you want me to do, just use me. And it was funny, he has such a sense of humor, because I figured he'd use my mouth, right, because I'm a talker. But he started to use my legs as well. That's when I started to run. And I ran my first marathon about 7 years ago, shortly after the cancer diagnosis. And I realized that by running that race, I could show people not just my physical strength, but my inner strength, and that strength came from God. It wasn't me that ran that race. If I didn't have Bible verses and prayer that day, there's no way I would have finished that race, that marathon. And since then, I've run 5.5 marathons. But it's that look in someone's eye, someone who's about to give up, and then I tell them, look, I was stronger physically, mentally, and spiritually after cancer, and you can be too. I never would have run a marathon before I had cancer, and here I was running, and at the end of the marathon, my kids looked at me and said, you're strong again, Mom. You're strong. The truth is, every one of us is going to die sooner or later, and we just don't know when, and time is short. I look at my kids, and they've grown so fast, and you turn around and you say, man, where did all that time go? Well, I'd say, don't waste a second to do what you intend to do for God and for others, and to lead them there. I mean, it's great to give people something here on this earth and give your child a gift, but to share that the Lord will give you everlasting life in heaven, I mean, that's the greatest gift of all. So I think that we can't really spare a minute, because we just don't know how long we have.